And now, our feature presentation.
Well, hello all. Welcome to a span. You know what? It's late. We're not doing this correctly. I'm sorry. Let me tap in one moment. And now Harry is our special guest. But
no, because hold on, I think we're screwed. He's like, "Are you
What
sure
happened?
you want to quit all applications?" No, I don't.
oh shit! While Jose is figuring out,
hit Alt F4 and that'll fix your problem.
Yeah, I know.
while Jose is trying to figure out his technical difficulties, let me do the proper intro. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Cinema Villains bring to you some random bullshit on a Monday. As we are recording this because we like the content and we needed to put something out. I am your hostess with the mostest, Shaggy Black. Alongside me, my ace in the hole himself, Jose. Jose, how are you?
I'm okay. I am doing
good?
great.
You're
On
doing
this
great?
beautiful
Doing
Monday.
good. Yeah. And our special guest, longtime caller, third time comer of shows, of things, our man, Kory, of the TWIMB podcast. Kory, how are you?
Doing well. I do be coming for this show, let me tell you.
Do be coming, baby. That's what we need to put that on a shirt. Any of our artist friends listening, we need
Third
a fucking...
comes a charm.
Like, exactly.
What episode is this? This is like his second or third?
This is technically his second.
Okay.
Because he was on...
What, GXK?
he was on our...
GA?
Yeah, he was on... that was his first appearance, but this is not our first collab with him. He is a...
Yeah.
He is an unofficial member of this smorgasbord of teams, but like at the same time, if we had half a brain, he'd make the full complete brain at this point.
Yeah.
Me and Jose are two halves of a whole idiot. So like Kory just balances that out.
You know the Z fighters at 100% and Z fighters at 99%?
Yes. Exactly.
We are Shaggy is the Okuyasuku to my Josuke. Just two idiots, just that shouldn't.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
When you, it was like, are they lovers? No, they're fucking stupid.
Because I know words, they're stupid.
Stupid. No, they're
God.
stupid. Folks, thank you all for tuning in. If you're listening into this on the audio version, we appreciate you. If you're watching this on YouTube, thank you for hitting thank you for hitting the like button, hitting that subscribe button, and also that bell notification icon, all the little trinkets to help our channel grow when we remember to tell y'all to do all the things. We definitely appreciate you tuning in every time we post whatever we post. We're glad to be some sort of entertainment for you. Tonight is a little different, however. We would normally cover one movie and one movie villain, but tonight with our special guest host, Kory here. Kory is some people may call Kory a very a jack of all trades of nerddom when it comes to certain things, but this is an area that me and Jose will wisely and with confidence will say that we know way more about this genre than he does, and that is the horror genre. We have a group chat with all three of us in it, and he says, hey guys, I'm gonna start watching a bunch of the Friday 13th movies and some horror movies for the rest of October. And me and Jose, like two proud parents, are like, that's fucking cute. Like, we do that anyway. You could watch it during this time of year, but it's okay. We will guide you. And Kory, during that whole month of October, Kory would give us a sneak peek in his review process which is just yelling at us. Going like, why the fuck is this happening? Like, who's doing this? Why? And me and Jose are kind of like, oh yeah, why are you watching that? Just, you don't have to watch this.
Why did you pick that one?
Yeah, why'd you start with that one? Like,
So you could have skipped this one and been perfectly fine.
absolutely. But we enjoyed that. But now the month of October is over, and we're pretty much damn near over in November. I wanted to. We brought you here on the day. What's up?
That hit me so hard earlier.
What?
They just announced that Terrifier's coming out.
Oh yeah,
Terrifier 3 will be out, on demand
next week.
and like just in time for Thanksgiving. And my stupid ass was like, oh, so I still got the end of the month. That's pretty cool. And then they hit me. That's next week.
That is literally next week.
The meme of that Japanese businessman driving, and then all of a sudden he just like his face.
She just hit you like,
I was like, oh
yeah, the face like.
yeah.
But yeah, during the month of October's over, so we finally decided to bring Kory on so we can actually talk about all the movies that he saw, get his opinion, his reviews, and congratulate him for making it through whatever schlock that he chose, and also help him bash it, but also get his opinion on some of our favorites that we kind of low-key recommended to him.
Did we recommend him to?
I'm going to claim 2.
Just
I'm going to claim 2 on that list. 2 and a possible. That is what I'm claiming on that list, Jose. If you look at that list,
That's fine.
yeah,
Go back to the list.
yeah, go look at that list. There's more we could, but realistically, there's like 3. One from you, one from you, one from me, and one from both of us.
Yeah, sure. Let's go. I'm ready.
Word. Let's get it. Kory, you have provided us with a list here of movies that you saw. And I do recommend, now, let me ask you this before we jump into this, man. You're not a horror guy whatsoever. What do you consider, what is your favorite genre of the horror when you want to watch it, when you're in the mood to watch it?
Usually I think it goes to like, I don't know, alien horror. Like obviously, while I'm not
Sci-fi
huge, like I'm not huge into horror as a whole, but like the Alien franchise is one of those that's like very near and dear. I think some of my top favorite movies of all time when it comes to like the Alien and the Thing. So it's like, while I'm not big into horror, some of my favorite movies of all time are horror. But
a man of
sci-fi.
Class with The Thing.
Right. Exactly.
Oh yeah, 82. Baby.
You're right here among you're among your people. Like that is, we do love our sci-fi horror. So none of the other, so sci-fi horror is your main thing. What's your favorite sci-fi horror movie?
Yeah, it probably would have to be The Thing. It's I rewatch that one every other year. I rewatch that and the entire Alien franchise every other year.
So just 3 movies?
Huh?
So just 3 movies? Of the Alien franchise, just 3 movies?
I watch all the way through into like, well, I mean, now once we're able to get Romulus on Blu-ray, I'll be adding Romulus to that list. Going from,
I need to.
It's out already, ain't it? Didn't it come out?
I think it just is about. It's either dropping this week. I know it's out on digital.
Yeah, it's out on digital.
and
I think-
VHS. So
Yeah,
Oh, and
yeah. If you fucking order it, yeah. I need the fucking. I've been waiting for fucking Romulus to drop in price because I'm like, I love this movie, but I don't love this movie for $25. Absolutely not.
especially digital only.
Yeah,
That's yeah.
digital. It's a scam. There was one movie, I think it was Wolverine and Deadpool that dropped. It was $30 digitally, and I'm like, suck my ass.
Are you gonna send me a DVD or?
That's what I'm saying. Like, not for that
much
price.
money?
They're like,
The
no.
most I spent on one movie digitally was probably Godzilla -1, but I bought both, minus color and -1.
There you go.
So like,
Yeah,
but it's the same movie.
One as well, digitally. But then I also got the cool thing from Japan, the big
Yeah,
fancy package.
Which they did a good job in America too of the package.
yeah, the
But-
packaging and everything.
Yeah, so sci-fi horror I think would I would say that that's probably my favorite, as well as I don't know. What is? Oh my god, I'm blanking. The Jake Gyllenhaal super creepy movie where he's a reporter.
Oh, Nightcrawler.
Nightcrawler. So I
That's
like
more
a lot
suspense.
Yeah,
But I get what you're saying, though.
yeah, where there is just this, there's something like unhinged about a person. It's almost like a character study horror as opposed to being like actual people dying. Well, people did die, but
Yeah, people get fucked.
yeah,
I was like, I remember that movie vividly. Motherfuckers got fucked up randomly.
So yeah, the sci-fi thing, also a big fan. Well, it's still sci-fi. The Blob from '88, the remake.
That movie's great.
Yeah, we definitely recorded that. We did that episode. That was fun. What about what one of it's body horror, but it's kind of falling under the sci-fi category of horror. Scanners. Have you seen that?
Oh man, so I guess it wasn't in October, but I just rewatched the original. I think in September. It's on some streaming service, and I haven't seen that since I was a kid. So it was fun. I really need it. They didn't have any of the other ones, so I need to find the sequels.
Yeah, Scanners is like that one's on Max, and there was a time for a month straight I was going to bed watching it. Like no bullshit.
It's like oddly relaxing. Because it's just kind of dumb.
Yeah, the
not
synth
really,
wave.
Yeah, that one was an odd one. What is it? I think the other things I like in horror are the non-slashers. So you can't really put Hellraiser into the slasher category.
Mm-hmm.
No.
It just doesn't seem to fit. But I really love Hellraiser. And oh god, there's one other one that's like a non-slasher slasher. But yeah, Hellraiser's one because Clive Barker is like author and films. I love his content. Yeah, no, I'm not. I'll watch some of the like ghost haunting stuff, but that's not really my jam. I did really enjoy like The Blob and I think Poltergeist. I watched for the first time within the last 5 years. I want to say, like first time ever. Both of those are bangers. But I don't know. I like getting introduced to stuff through like Joe Bob Briggs. Because I have been seeing the praises. Yeah, his praises, but then also the last year, I think October, I got introduced to Night of the Demons. Which is really good. It is so charming.
Yeah. That is a fun movie.
Linnea and her Quigleys. Oh, that is a staple. Yeah, so you're dabbling in that, man, and we like I said, as proud parents, we're proud of you, dipping your toe more into the horror space. You provided us with a list of movies that you watched. Which we've already talked about, which was the Friday the 13th series, which you watched. You skipped part 1 because you kind of knew, but you wanted to go.
Well, one is the only one that I've seen like 3 times.
Yeah,
and they've all been in the last, I think, 6 or 7 years.
Okay. Yeah. And you skipped that one for this one, so you went with the other ones that you haven't seen. So
yeah. So go ahead.
No, you're good. It's what we're gonna do though, because we've already reviewed those movies hands down. We're gonna go through them and we're gonna get your opinion on them, 30 seconds or less for each particular one.
Terrible. He could give a minute. This is Kory.
A minute of you're really gonna give part 7 a minute.
Well, like I said, he gets a minute.
Goes to hell.
All right, fine. 6, you get a minute for each one, just because we got some other interesting ones on here that we would want to talk about. But let's go in order, man. Friday 13th Part 2. With my favorite fucking kill and Jose's second best kill in the slasher Halloween top 5 that we did previous episode.
Over there.
So I do feel bad for not having like exact notes on the kills, because one of the things that I noticed later, the pattern I noticed is that even the worst Friday the 13th movies, or the ones that are less favorable, still always have really good kills. So that's one of the things that's hard to like remember which good kill was in like this one movie that I genuinely didn't like. Part two though, part two was okay. I didn't like the fact that it did feel like a copy paste of the first one. I mean, it kind of really is. Like the intro is a copy paste of part one. It just happens to be Jason this time. You get introduced to the kid. And at the very end, that's the one where he gets cut with the machete, and then there's like the jump scare at the very, very end where he appears through the window. Yeah, so it was okay. The biker thing was kind of hilarious. The dude constantly acting like he was gonna die, but then getting in the VW bug and getting the screen punched out by a biker. And then the bikers.
That's part 3. That's part 3.
Oh, that's 3? Okay.
That's 3.
So I'm
that's
mixing
3.
up 2 and 3 then. Or
that
at least
happens.
some of the people. Yeah, some of the people.
Yeah, no, that
okay.
happens. 2 and 3 are kind of like right into that.
Was still kind of a copy paste though of 1 though, except it's Jason.
Yeah, no,
so 3
it's like
was
a retelling.
slightly 3 was a little bit different because it was because they had like the bikers and stuff like that. 3 is the one that's not the mask yet, is it?
Yeah, 3
is the mask.
It's the okay.
So
random.
So what? So you just given me an idea. For each one, I want you to think of your most memorable kill. So, like, what was your favorite kill in part 2, if you can remember? And it's okay. We won't judge you if you kind of confuse the 3. We'll just slightly make fun of you.
So 2, I honestly don't remember any of the kills in 2 other than like distinctly remember them other than the girl imitating his mother and then killing him. That is 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's 2.
Because what was I can't remember the dude like her boyfriend or something dies in that weird shack, right? Like the funky little shack.
I think he lives. I think.
Oh no, you're right. He does,
dude,
because he's trying to like comfort her. That's right. He comes in after the fact. I was waiting for him to die the whole time.
Jose, I was trying to bait him to say I only remember the wheelchair kill.
Oh, that was 2.
He didn't say it. I'd have been like, fucking yes, let's go.
So it's because what is it? I was listening to y'all review it, and I was waiting for one of y'all to make a crack, and I really got to re-listen to that episode because there was a really bad reference in there that I was like, man, y'all just set this up and totally missed it. No, the wheelchair kill. Okay, I'm remembering 2. The best part of 2 is, and it's like the worst thing about horror films is 2 different girls go into their like shared cabin, and they're both kind of like trying to turn lights on because they can't see anything, but it is so fucking bright in there. And they're like, I can't see anything. And it's like, dude, I can see everything. Like, I can see stuff in the shadows.
It's dark. It's dark in there. It's a lit room.
Yeah, so the girl wants to get lucky, so she changes her underwear.
As you should.
She's like, let me get my sexy underwear on. Okay, so 2, is that the one where the dude gets caught in a trap and hung upside down?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So I really liked that kill. I don't know, like the wheelchair one is like kind of the saddest and funniest all at once. But there was something about just this dude dangling there and the helplessness, and it's the one thing that Jason doesn't even have to set up. It's just there waiting for him. So he just walks up and kills the dude and leaves. That was good.
Okay. What do you, out of 5, what 1 being the lowest, 5 being the highest, what do you give that one?
I would say like 3. It's riding on the back of 1. And again, it felt so copy pasted. I almost bet if you watch them side by side, like the kills happen at the same time.
That'd be interesting. That'd be interesting. But yeah, you're probably right. I think they both have the same amount of kills too. I'll look back up. So let's moving on to part 3, with the bikers, because you kind of alluded to that. What was your thoughts on 3?
Part 3 in 3D.
Oh, let's see.
Dude. Disco Jason.
Disco Jason. That's right.
Daft Jason. Because he's harder, better, faster, stronger. So,
Yeah.
3. Man, it's the... I want to say, is it the biker chick is the one? Oh, yeah. The biker chick is the one that gets pinned with the pitchfork into a beam, right? Mm-hmm. He just like chucks it and she kind of gets some air. I really liked that. But I liked Jason's kill too, the getting hung thing. I always like this idea because this is the second movie in a row where Jason dies at the end. And then they just kind of retcon it in the following movie.
Just kidding.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you make a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, part three was a little more fun. I think it's because they, obviously similar formula, but it's not dead same. We're not getting the, you going to Camp Blood, ain't you, guy?
It's got a death curse.
It's got a death curse.
Crazy Al.
Wait, it's often too.
Yeah, he dies in 2. He dies in 2.
Yeah. So you're not getting
Crazy
like
Ralph.
Crazy Ralph. There you go.
You're not getting the exact same thing. So I'm glad they stepped away a little bit. Yeah, dumb fun. That one I would also put at probably I'd still say like a 3, maybe 3.5.
Wow. Okay.
It was fun. There's the dude who's like constantly dying and you're like, well, what's going to happen. Like, he's eventually going to die and they're just going to think he's joking. And I love the fact that the girl steps over his body and it takes her a while to realize that he's actually dead. So a common theme that's going to run through this entire franchise is like, there is a level of hokiness that I love about these movies.
Same.
And when Jason to me is, I think, the most of like the big 3 slashers, if you're, going for Michael, Freddy, Jason, I like the Jason. I've seen them in the last 3 years. I've finally seen all of them. The Friday the 13th is the most like self-acknowledged. It's the most self-aware that this genre is fucking stupid, and it runs with it. So 3, I think, was a lot of fun. I did like I said, the dude finally dies and the girl's just completely ignoring him.
Like what?
It's like, what a loser.
Yeah.
2 things, and then we'll go on to part 4. What did you think about the 3D? What did you think about the blatant use of 3D effects in this movie? And also, what was your favorite kill?
So the 3D effect. So I don't recall anything being really noticeable in the version that I watched.
Yeah, so when you watch that movie, they're constantly putting stuff in front of the camera. Because there was when they released it was in 3D. Because
I guess it wasn't doing it in a way that I expected it.
The one everyone recalls is the yo-yo. The dude is like yo-yo right into the camera.
That explains that. That was such a dumb scene.
Yeah.
And when Buddy got his head crushed and the eye, you saw the string pulling the eye towards the camera. He's like, ah!
Okay.
Yeah.
So much more makes sense. I thought it was just I thought it was that cameraman was just... Yeah. Well, it's hokey, but I thought it was just that cameraman was like, well, let me just do something different. I'm going to go crazy instead of everything being flat. Give it some more dimension. I did not realize that it was supposed to be in 3D. A whole lot of stuff clicks.
Yeah. It was supposed to be like that, but it was supposed to be that way, and it was kind of like, what the fuck are we doing? You should probably look up the shit they had to go through to make that movie and get the 3D to work. It was like they fucking hated it, but
I'm sure
they fucking made it. What was your favorite kill?
Let's see. The head crushing is good. 3, the bikers. I still think it's I don't know, something about the girl getting well, that would probably explain the 3D, because like I said, the biker chick that gets pinned to the beam, don't they show like the line of the pitchfork as it's coming at her, like its direction? I don't know. I like that. It was dumb. It was hokey, and I kind of like how it's impacted later when they find her body still just dangling there. That one, this particular movie, I feel like it was the simple kill that really got me.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense. All right. Part 4.
Yeah.
Keith, what's your thoughts on part 4?
The final chapter.
The final chapter.
Yeah, the final 4. So 4 is the first one where I feel like they really got in a groove. And they kind of knew what they were going to start doing with this franchise. So 4 is, I don't think I can say that it's my favorite, but it's definitely one of my favorites of the franchise. Mm-hmm. Very handily. Something about it, like everything really clicked, because 4, you get the very young Corey Feldman, and then the funky Crispin Glover dancing.
The dance.
Yeah.
The dance, dude.
And this 4 is the one with the two houses next to each other, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. So Corey Feldman is he lives in the established house, and then all the other kids, Crispin Glover, they're in the one across the way. Yeah, so that one, so much stuff hit just right. I especially like some of the dumb scenes where the car breaks down and the girl makes Corey Feldman go check it out. This 7-year-old. And it's like, yeah, go fix the car. And he's like, I don't know, try turning it on. Yeah, this one, what is it? It's one of the weird things. Jason, I feel like, is known for nudity, but there's surprisingly a lot of movies that don't have it. And I think 3 is the one that has none whatsoever. It's like 3 or 5 has.
3 has one shot.
Okay.
3.
6 for sure doesn't.
6 doesn't.
Okay.
Yeah.
I remember one of them standing out, and it's like there's literally no nudity here. So
yeah, 6.
But 4 has just the everyone skinny dipping in this seemingly very public lake, like that everyone just goes to. That I thought was great because it's like, this is so dumb. They meet the twins that nobody can get, or not the right people can get laid with.
Yeah.
I love sort of the weird, what is it? There's the one dude who thinks he has game, but he really doesn't. And it's Crispin who ends up getting the girl. And it's still, I don't think the girl that he wanted. I don't know. There was so much dumb detail that was put into it. That's like someone really thought about these scenarios. Where it's like because when they pick the girls, I think one of them comments that he's like, oh, I get the ugly one or something like that. There was so many tiny details in that movie. The kills, I think, were pretty fantastic. Oh, man. Because, they keep running back and forth from house to house, which is...
I feel like this movie had like a glass window budget, because people go through windows in this movie.
Oh, yeah.
And boy.
Yeah.
Like, they're not even like sugar glass. They're just like, yo, we're just going to throw you through this bitch. It's just land safely.
Yeah, because that's the one where both the dog escapes through the window. And a
dog get the fuck out of Dodge. You ain't never seen that bitch again.
I know. I was like, yo, this dog never came back. Like, is it alive? Nope. It would not have survived that 2-story fall. Like 3-story, whatever that was. There were. And then there's is it the mom that jumped out of the window? There was another person that jumped out of a window.
I think it was the final girl jumps out.
It was the final
girl. Okay.
Yeah. She didn't fucking die. The mom ended up going missing.
Yeah, the mom dies off screen, apparently.
Yeah, she dies off screen, but there's no real confirmation.
Yeah. It's not confirmed to the next movie when they're like, oh,
yeah,
Tommy Jarvis is.
Yeah, they keep doing the flashback thing.
Or whatever.
Yeah. Not in 4. But what was your favorite kill in 4?
Okay. 4. Oh man. Let's see. There was another Spike through the bed. Man, I swear it was one of the twins, but I can't remember how because I think one of them got spiked through no, one of them died in the shower, right?
Yeah,
And
one
then
of them
the
died
other
in the
one
shower.
just kind of like, what did Jason do? Because I think he killed her and then threw her body in.
Out the
I think
window.
that was
She got yeeted.
yeah.
Well, we just get stabbed, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah, so I
one
think
was
she got
stabbed.
stabbed and then thrown through the glass later as like
Yeah.
a threat.
Yeah.
That one I really like because that was another. I think that one was another like spear throw or something and pinned her to the wall or whatever.
Yeah,
And then like later her body gets used as its own weapon.
Like, bitch, I'm surprised that you didn't say Jason's kill in this. His death is still one of the most gnarliest Jason deaths that you could see.
Yeah, with Corey Feldman going at it. That was the final scene is like really fucking weird with him, cutting his hair off and then but that's one of the other dumb things is like, who would think, he finds the clippings of the Crystal Lake, kills and happens to find a photo of young Jason. And he's like, you know what? I bet if I mimic him as a child, he'll be like, yeah, this kid gets me.
It worked before.
But yeah, it's so weird because it's like it's even in 2. How did the girl know how to talk like his mom?
Yeah.
Like, she knew there's a head on a pedestal, and she's like, yeah, I bet if I wear that disem-headed body's sweater and talk like an old New Englander, Jason will.
In part 2, like only a year has passed by.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess it's still fresh on everyone's mind. Like, oh no,
Yeah.
Across the lake, that lady went crazy.
That lady went crazy, killed a bunch of fucking kids.
Yeah.
What was your grade on this, 1 through 5?
Oh, I would say this is a 5. This is
Okay.
one that I would rewatch. Yeah.
Shout out to that
like-
bear hunter dying. Just sad. Going out sad.
Yeah.
The bear hunter. I guess. Well, he's not really a bear hunter. That's what he was.
Oh God, he was looking for a sister.
Yeah,
He was like, oh God, he's killing me. He's killing me. He's killing me. Oh God, he's killing me. That's, oh fuck, that was great.
It's the
Holy
tin guy,
shit.
right? The camper.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh man,
the random
liked what
guy out of nowhere.
Yeah, I like what they did with that because that was a sneaky almost kill where he's the one with the machete and almost kills the girl in the tent,
Yeah.
thinking that it's Jason, and then eventually comes back around and gets killed.
It's beat with a wrench.
And let you know about it.
Let you know he's dying.
He's like, help me! He's killing me!
Oh my
Oh
god!
fuck! I did like the fact that they tried to make. There was like, oh, I'm the older brother of one of the kids that got killed in part 2. Because I'm coming back to look.
3.
Was it part 2 or 3? I could have swore it was 2.
I forgot who he's supposed to. Yeah, it's one of the two.
I forgot it was. I thought it was 2. I could be wrong. You could be right saying it's 3, but I'm pretty sure it was. Like I'm thinking he was like, yeah, I've been looking for this and he went missing. So I like that connection. But what I didn't like with the connection, what was your thoughts on part 5?
So let's see. Okay, yeah, part 5. That one I remember too vividly.
What's the subtitle of part 5? I can't remember.
Jason Returns or something? No. New Generation.
Was it? I can't remember.
No. I'm gonna look that up because we're not gonna fucking look
It's the
dumb
one
here.
with the Hicks.
It's so weird. That movie's so like.
And it comes like off the bat, it comes in weird because it's Tommy. I think that was Corey Feldman's character was Tommy, right?
Yeah.
So Tommy getting sent to literally a crazy house in the middle of nowhere, like in farmland.
Yeah.
And the people are kind of genuinely crazy, and it doesn't seem like they're really being checked all that well. Because, like, there's a murder straight off the bat from one of the guys, and it's like, these people have already been here. Like, Tommy's not even involved in this, and you've got people killing people already. But 5 was one overall. I feel like some of the kills were a little more brutal. Like more was shown because like 1 through 4, I feel like things are mostly kind of the same. Like there's no kill that really stands out where it's like, oh yeah, this is the kill that divides these 4 movies. And then in 5, there's the girl that he comes at with the hedge trimmers, and just like that's how she dies. He just cuts right across her eyes, and I was like, oh shit, they even showed that. So that one came in kind of harder with the violence, but it was so dumb. Everyone was dumb. 5 is also the one, because there's the little kid who goes to visit his older brother, and there's the diarrhea scene where he and his girl are singing to each other.
Ooh, baby, ooh, baby.
Ooh. It's like absolutely not.
Damn
like
enchiladas.
damn enchiladas.
Somebody made a fucking toy of that, and I really wish I fucking like got it when I saw it.
Is it him in the?
No, it was just him and some enchiladas.
That's great. So that's the movie that I told you that Jason was putting in some mileage, because like he keeps appearing wherever the camera is where Jason appears. So like when the camera just moves back to the home for the kids, he's just there again. And they had to drive a car to get to the trailer park. Like it was far enough away that they needed to drive, and then she had to drive back, and then Jason's just there. And
So stupid.
Hello.
yeah, that one, it's like for all the fun, dumb things that it seems like everyone thought about in part 4, part 5, it just seems like they never thought about anything.
What did you think about Jason not being Jason?
So that was, I think that does kind of get retconned in 6, doesn't it? But yeah, he's oh God, who was he?
It's the ambulance.
It's the ambulance driver who
The kid
who-
that gets
yeah.
killed is his son.
Right. Okay.
who he had a picture of in his fucking wallet. And it's just like, y'all don't see this.
Yeah.
Like,
But
y'all, how do we know? How does he not know?
How do they not know not his dad? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
this is a place for like mentally insane people.
Fucked up people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
crazy
most of them they're kind of insane, but yeah, that was a very like dumb kind of. It felt like an afterthought, like they were trying to sort of, I don't know, kind of how Halloween always does the terrible shift when they'll set something up where it's like we're absolutely going to do something that doesn't involve Michael, and then in the next movie it's still just Michael.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what this felt like. Is just this afterthought, like, yeah, we're going to change something. Now Jason can be anyone.
Like it's fucking Spider-Man. No, motherfucker.
Yeah.
That's not what this is. Like,
Yeah.
the mask is not for everyone. Fuck that. What's your grade? Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah. I didn't like, I did think the funniest, what is it? Kind of the funniest interaction was the guy who got hurt. Tommy punches him and he rides the motorcycle back and he's just doing circles saying,
Oh yeah.
He hurt me, mama, he hurt me. And then, Jason takes a butcher's knife, I think, is what he has, and just like cuts his head off right there. So I don't know, between that and the eyes, one of those are my favorite kills in that one. Again, great kills for a terrible fucking movie.
Yeah.
That one, I would put it like, I don't know, a 2, only because I know that they can go lower in the franchise.
They definitely can, and that one, as bad as people fucking shit on this one, because we've done it, if you go back and look at it, there's a bunch of like, it's bad, but yet still good type of bullshit in that movie. But also, people forget that that's probably the most horniest fucking Jason movie of all time. Like,
Yeah.
Unequivocally horny. But speaking of horny,
Man, that I was gonna say, that little boy, because there's the scene towards the end where it is pouring rain, and the what is it, the helper girl?
she was one of the not the counselors, but like she was one of the people who worked there.
Yeah, got no bra on,
in an
And
impromptu wet t-shirt contest.
yeah, and there's one point where she like pulls that boy like really close because they're, you know, terrified of Jason in the mud, and I was like, that boy is living his best life right now.
Bro.
Like if I'm going out, at least I'm going out with a smile.
Yep. Now, moving on to probably one of the cinema villains' favorite fucking Friday the 13th movies, Part 6.
Jason Lives.
That was New Beginning, by the way, was Part 5.
Beginning, okay.
But yeah, Jason Lives, Part 6. Thoughts?
Yeah. So Part 6 was another one that I really enjoyed this. It comes in like it comes in just dumb as hell, but like so dedicated to it with the like lightning rod striking him to revive him kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know where Tommy's like idea comes in of what it is that it's going to take to kill Jason. But it's kind of it's one of those like, who cares? Like, whatever. This is how we get the movie started. Lightning strike, Jason's fine. Yeah, it comes in swinging with that.
Like, it worked for Frankenstein, so it'll work for Jason.
Yeah, exactly. Victor knows what he's doing, so we're just going to do that. Yeah, and then he kind of comes in swinging from there. Yeah, this is the one. There's so many good scenes in here. Like I particularly love when they unload the school bus and like the camera shot is on the ground and you never see any of the children's heads.
Yeah.
Like it's all these kids run out of the bus and it just stops like right at the neck. And I was like, that's a really surprisingly good shot. And what is it? This is also the same one that has Tommy running through the cemetery with the police chasing him, which was another, this one was the best film so far. Had the most like dynamic angles. There's like someone was really dedicated. I think this is also one where they're like sidetracking Jason through the woods or someone. But a lot of their tracking shots and a lot of their decisions of like camera angles were very good in this one.
Yeah, because they're tracking
And
Jason during
go ahead.
That random paintball.
Yeah, that paintball fucking group outing.
That
Yeah.
He's like, what did you think of? So you're 5 movies in at this point.
Yeah.
We're in the 6th one. What did you think of Zombie Jason versus Big Strong Boy Jason? What we call him?
I liked sort of the zombie Jason. There's something about like I like the digression throughout the franchise. Is like part 1 we get to see what he, you know, that brief clip of what he looked like as a child. Part 2 actually cleans him up a lot. Like he's just a little bit disfigured. Not as horribly disfigured as he was in the end of part 1. Part 3 is a little more disfigured. And then part 4, and I forgot to mention it, part 4 is the first time whoever the suit actor was, I think was like the biggest of those 4 films. He was notably larger and felt more menacing. 5, I think it went backwards, and then 6 comes back. And what is it? CJ
CJ Graham.
Yeah, CJ Graham. And I've met this guy in person. He's a really swell dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, and once again, he's like a monster. And I kind of like that they never try to acknowledge, like Halloween does the Cult of Thorn thing to try to explain Michael Myers. And I like that every movie, for better or worse, is a learning curve with Jason, where it's like, what does kill him? Like, does he just regen, or the fact that now he is straight up a zombie? But we kind of got the zombie in part 5 as well. So part 5, he has a grave. He has a grave in part 5. Because
it's a dream sequence.
Tommy's dream, though.
It was a dream sequence.
Okay.
Like Jason was nowhere in that movie outside of the dream sequence.
Yeah, that's true, because part 5 isn't Jason. So part 6 is the first time, you know, we've seen him since 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine with the zombie Jason thing. It's, I don't know, it's like his body's not made to carry the evil that's within it. It's just
Oh, buddy.
still it's like Shin Godzilla almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's this thing that is like breaking apart and yet it cannot die.
All right. What was your favorite kill in this one?
Okay, 6 was, oh man.
It's fucking brutal.
Yeah, because there was, I'm trying to see if even any of the photos have them. Oh, is 6, he kills someone on the pier, right?
Yeah.
Someone in the water? Doesn't he like throw an arrowhead?
Well, he throws like a knife. He has like these little throwing knives.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So he's got like Jason Jutsu.
Yeah.
And this is the first movie where I've kind of realized and it maintains this throughout the entire franchise. Jason is great with any weapon you give him.
Yeah.
Like he is somehow a master. And I think there are only 2 times in the entire franchise that he misses someone when he throws something at them. And I think both times it's like a spear. One of them is like New York, and then I can't remember the other one. But there's only 2 movies where it lands next to their head, as opposed to like pinning them. But no, I just remember, he's got the little knives, and he just throws it, and like I don't know, 70 feet away, like right in the eye, I think.
Yep.
Bro.
Headshots.
Like fucking Rambo, brother. Like these motherfuckers playing COD, and he's fucking just like yeeting that bitch across the map. Bro, fucking stupid. What are you giving this movie score wise? And I think you gave, so if you gave part 4 a 5.
Yeah, this would also
6
be a 5.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh god, and this one had the whole stupid RV scene. That was so good.
Yeah.
Where the guy can't hear the girl dying. And so that had to have been an ode to Friday the 13th. Not Friday the 13th. Nightmare on Elm Street. When he pushes her face in, it's like that would never work like that. Her face would be crushed under that pressure.
Like it'd be, oof,
yeah, misshapen at least.
Like that shit would have to be made of like fucking aluminum for you to fucking get anywhere remotely close to her face being
super
like
thin
fucking
aluminum,
like just going through there. Like, but yeah, that one is dope, and that was the end of the Tarbin Jarvis saga. And then we go to a newer saga, which is the New Blood, Part 7. What's your thoughts on that one?
So Part 7, I remember not liking. Let's see, which one? This is the psychic.
Yeah, this is a psychic. This is
Telekinetic Teenager.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is literally what that was.
Oh god, because didn't we have 2? Is it 6 and 7 or no 7 and 8 that have us? No, okay,
no, just 7.
Yeah, this is the one that I made the stupid fucking shredder video about.
Super Shredder. Yeah.
Super Shredder.
That's literally all I thought of when that pier starts coming down. I was like, this is just like the shredder. I did very little editing on that shredder video to make it fit. I was like, it's dumb at how well this fits.
That was
Kill all of us. Oh, weird.
Yeah, this
fucking knocked it down so dumb.
Oh man, I feel like this is in response to probably some of the other stuff that's going on with like Nightmare on Elm Street and Halloween. By this point, I would think for doing the telekinetic thing was just such a weird choice. Like, I didn't really like that. I don't know. It was just dumb. I didn't like the the unkillable guy versus the telekinetic chick.
Yeah. He's just chilling in the bottom of that lake, and then just magically that motherfucker gets brought back.
Yeah, I don't mind him getting trapped in the lake. I like this kind of non-lore that eventually gets slightly more developed, where it's like he's kind of destined to be stuck there. Yeah, because everything in what is it? So some of the other movies, let's see, does 3 happen at Crystal Lake, or is that outside of it? Okay,
No, it's like
not Apparently,
does.
Crystal Lake is a huge lake.
Yeah.
Like, there's different shit around it, but yeah.
I mean, it
It's
could be like a Great
adjacent.
Lake. I can kind of
Yeah.
understand that.
Yeah.
And I think 5 is the first one where he's not there because that farm doesn't seem to be anywhere
They're
near.
not in Crystal Lake.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah. So in most of them, it's like I like this idea that Jason is kind of forever trapped in like the campgrounds, basically, and yet finds new ways to do stuff.
Except for the next movie,
cool.
he says, never mind, I'm going on a boat.
Yep.
Yeah.
Randomly.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say I don't remember too much about this other
one
than
ever
the troubled
does.
child that's being manipulated.
Yeah, it's I watched it the other couple weeks ago. We watched it together, me and Kim. It's okay.
It's
there's-
it's the most forgettable fucking
By this
movie.
point, though, this is when the MPAA just began their hate boner with these movies.
Yeah.
Where they
Yeah.
just, like cut everything. They're like, but damn, you can't even tell what's happening. Cut everything.
Cut it. The only
Give me
okay.
your X. Like
The only cool thing about this movie, you want to talk about camera shots, where she is using her power to make Jason's fucking mask pop off.
Yeah.
That's the first time you see him undead without the mask. Like for
And
like
he
just
looks like
just
Tarman now.
yeah, with the one tooth.
Yeah.
Just-
Burns.
Yeah, it's just fucking great. That's the greatest. So you don't know a kill. Do you have a favorite kill for this one? You just can't fucking remember it. It's like a fart in the wind.
I don't have a favorite kill, but one of the things, and I'm pretty sure it's this one. One of the things I really liked, which they kind of do, it's kind of a characteristic of Jason, but the girl goes out into the woods and finds all of her friends' bodies like nailed to trees. I like. So probably one of the only things that I didn't care as much in 6 is like the senseless like blood all over the cabin, because so far most of the movies are like Jason kills someone and like hides it. He tucks them away and he does this stuff like systematically. His mom did it and he does it. And I did like in 7 how all of a sudden it's just all these people are dead and you see their bodies, like some of them literally just pinned to a tree. And I think one of them hanging from the tree. So I don't really remember the kills, but I do remember like that scene where it's like, well, this is cool because it's that terror. Oh, wait, this is the one with the girl in the inflatable.
Yeah, the sleeping bag. I was
raft.
about to say the sleeping bag kill.
Yeah, that one was good. This movie gets referenced down the line. I think this is the first movie where he beats someone against a tree in a sleeping bag. And the first one, I think, that does the like, the boat kill, the raft kill. That was, I don't know. I would say the raft kill for a singular kill. It's going to happen. And this is also the first movie where he kind of moves freely through water.
Trying to get those zombie powers.
Yeah, he's not really in water a whole lot. I guess in 6 he kind of was. But in this one, he just goes through water. That one was fun because it's coming. And it's like, I don't know, an addition to his power set. It just doesn't need to breathe.
Well, you want to talk about water? That is a perfect fucking segue.
Yeah.
It's a part 8.
Good old Part Ocho takes Manhattan.
What's your thoughts, bud?
So it's not good.
No,
No, it's not. it's not good. Yeah. That's it for part 8, folks. That's all we got.
Takes Manhattan is such a fever dream. Like clearly they didn't have a New York budget because they spent 20 minutes in New York, something like that.
yeah, it's literally the end of the movie.
And
most of it's not even filmed in New York. Most of it's Toronto or Vancouver. One of the two.
Yeah, mini New York. Clearly, just like New York.
New York adjacent.
Yeah, that I really don't know what they were trying to go for, and this is also the first time where somehow Crystal Lake is connected to the ocean,
Yeah.
like directly to the ocean.
Because this is where we fucking find out that it's in New Jersey.
Well, we
And you can
always
just-
knew that, didn't we?
And I always thought it was Illinois for the longest time.
Is that not Freddie though? Freddie's in Illinois, right?
So only because think about it, like this is way before like when we got confirmation of like Freddy versus Jason and shit like that. It's like there's an actual Crystal Lake in Illinois.
Oh, okay.
So I was like thinking that it was loosely based on that. I didn't personally know that it was in New Jersey until we got to like fucking until we got to part 8. And I'm like, what? Like, huh? I'm like, makes sense.
Yeah,
But put Jason and Tim's.
It doesn't feel like a movie that takes place in New Jersey, though. You know, like it does feel like it would be. I would always imagine this being somewhere near the Great Lakes. You know, like a little further west of Jersey, and maybe further north. No, it was. This was very dull. Like I feel like the telekinetic one has at least some charm to it. Some fun stuff that happens in it, but 8 is like, what is going on? There's the kids who are trying to get one over on the principal, because there's the girl that does the like nudie, making out with the principal, and they get it on film. There's the weird like guitar rocker chick. I think this is the one that goes because they go into these tropes. They're expanding on the tropes. It's more than just like dumb teenagers at a campground. Now the tropes are spreading. Main girl is afraid of water, and like that's going to be a big plot thing. And it's like, why is this the plot thing? Because like,
and she met Jason when she was a kid.
I guess,
Jason tried to grab her,
so that's what I was kind of confused about. She's kind of psychic. Like she
sees stuff at least.
Yeah, so the one girl's telekinetic and she's like kind of psychic. She sees visions of the past, but also like his childlike spirit, which is still trapped in the lake. Yeah. And it almost felt like they don't ever overtly explain anything, but it's like they're trying to explain something about Jason to develop the character more. Nothing was really good. I like that the girl with the guitar gets killed by the guitar, like Jason using an axe. There's a little bit of a humor in that. There was something about the disco room that I really liked. I can't remember if it's like the
with
film
Kelly
or...
Hu.
Yeah. I remember the disco room being fun, and then that's where the rumors or the interpretation that Jason can teleport pop up. This is the movie where people think Jason got the power to teleport, even though people's like, no, he doesn't teleport. That's it. No, motherfucker. How's he over there and then right over here afterwards? Yeah. No one questioned it.
Buddy runs up that whatever you call it on a boat, like.
Yeah, he just the cat, like the captain's like the. Like, I forgot what they call that. The nest, the bird's nest.
There you go.
Oh, yeah.
He runs up. Jason's clearly just staring at him from below. All of a sudden, Jason is above him. Like, he surpassed him. Like, what?
Surprise, motherfucker. And just, like, beats
like, he gets to the top. Jason's already there. Like, hey.
It's crazy. And then they get to New York, and, like, the druggies kidnap the main girl and then give her free drugs. Like they force it upon her, but it's like no self-respecting drug salesman would be like, yeah, let me give you some free drugs.
This is the whitest conversation about drugs I have ever fucking heard in my life. He's a fucking drug salesman.
Drug sales. Yeah,
a drug salesman, listen, my guy?
I'm sorry. It is late, okay?
It's late, but come on, brother. We're from Jacksonville. Ain't no fucking salesman.
Door-to-door salesman. Can I help you some marijuana?
Can I sell you some cocaine? Would you like one marijuana?
Heroin.
Some black tar heroin. I got the finest. This motherfucker
Only
said.
the finest opioids in my prediction.
This motherfucker said, drug salesman, like it's door to door selling a fucking Coke vacuum.
I should say gangsters. I really should have said gangsters.
You should have said the fucking gangsters or riffraff.
So
I would have accepted riffraff.
Yeah, I think riffraff would be best because gangsters is a bar that they have not been able to do a pull up over yet.
Nah, brother.
That bar is too high for them.
That was just funny, man. What did you think about Jose's favorite kill, or at least bottom 5 on our top kill list, with oh boy boxing Jason on the fucking roof?
Oh yeah, they did get the box. That's a lot of fun. I think that was the one tropey guy that I liked was it's like I'm just gonna go punch him.
Yeah.
You know, they do the light
guy.
The setup earlier I think was justified where he's like boxing someone else just for fun. Mm-hmm. It's like I could see that being a realistic scenario. You know, people just having fun boxing it out.
If only Jason would have took off his mask like the Predator. And like, okay, hold on, we're gonna have a fair one.
It's like, you know, maybe not.
That would have been funny as hell. That was funny as hell.
That's one that I don't even think that would be good like background viewing because it would be like I don't know. It would just seem like you're on the same movie for like 3 hours. Where like these people are still on a boat. Like what is going on?
You spend like an hour and I think an hour and 5 minutes on the fucking boat, or hour and 15 minutes on the boat.
And then you get the fun finale finally.
And the finale is like in New York. But like that's it. Well, so
and the rap, because what is it? I want to say the rap is explicit. Oh man, what were the lyrics? There was something about the rap they had going, and I think it was explicitly about how like bad New York was or something like that.
You mean the opening song?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think when Jason meets the the ruffians on the side of the road, like they're listening to the same song. Yes, ruffians.
Yeah, ruffians.
Ruffians.
I'm gonna look
it's
that
so
song.
hard to use the
song,
word
bro.
gangster in this movie because
You could have said punks, man. It's the 80s.
they really they're
punks,
barely
I think, yeah.
punks. Like these guys,
right.
These guys work at like Target, and they're at night they take off their red shirt and khakis and put on a wife beater and black pants.
It's apparent. I think the song is actually called Darkest Side of the Night, which is its own fucking song, which is a song sung by Metropolis. So that is the opening song of that. That's literally what it is, brother.
Made for the movie.
No, it's made for the movie. It was made for the movie.
It's on the vinyl.
Okay.
I know because they released the vinyl, and I looked at that bitch for like, I don't like the movie.
He's like, this movie's ass, but like that vinyl might slap though.
I'm like, no, I better not.
He's like, like fucking, like it looked like it was visual kombucha, just like,
Although random fact, I love this Jason design. This is the Jason I got tattooed on.
Yeah, that one's dope. That one's dope. What are you rating this one, bud?
I would put this one as a 1 because it's just I would never watch it again. It's
like
I go by like if there's anything at least entertaining, and like while there might be these bits, this minutia of entertainment here and there, everything on the boat feels so long, which is amazing because Jason teleports, and yet the rest of the movie is so long.
Shout out to the teacher guy because he literally runs like 2 miles, runs into like an abandoned building, only to get yeeted out because Jason is teleported to the building.
Jason's in that bitch. Makes no fucking sense, but like that is the stupidest shit ever. Like he, go ahead.
I was gonna say like I can find some charm in at least 7, and that would be something worth putting on in the background. But like 5 in this one, it's like I really just wouldn't even want it on. I wouldn't want to try to explain to someone why I'm watching this. It's like
so. I will say this just to kind of thing. I think as of this recording, it might have been taken down, but you can watch the last 20 minutes of Jason Takes Manhattan on YouTube because they're like, we're just cutting off. Jason gets off the boat. Is what it's
And
called.
that's the movie.
And that's the movie. He's just the boat scene. That like Jason actually in Manhattan. It was the funniest thing. I think they took it down, but it was like, hey, you want to watch this movie? And just watch the last 20 minutes. Fuck it.
It's hilarious because Jason's only trying to kill them. Lord knows he could kill an entire subway full of people, but he's like, nope, I want them.
Those motherfuckers.
Yeah, the Crystal Lake children.
He was like, no, I need these bitches gotta go.
What would he have done after he killed them all? Would he have been like, well, damn, I guess I'll find my way home.
Which train goes to Crystal Lake?
I must go. Like, I must go now. And he fucking just out the frame. Like the
My people need me.
My people need me. He fucking goes back. Okay, so what we consider probably the wildest fucking Jason movie, Part 9, which Jason Goes to Hell.
Yeah, it's another one that it's really just not good because this is where they try to explain it. They try to make sense out of Jason, and I feel like if you were to remove Jason in his entirety, the movie itself might be a fun horror movie.
Yeah.
Where it's just like evil getting transferred from one person to another. But because it's Jason, and now they're adding like family lore, somehow it's a niece? Whatever. He
has a straight sister. Yeah, straight up sister.
Oh, straight sister?
Yeah. But they get killed, and like the niece is kind of like the main character, I think.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. And I don't remember where they even said that she came from. Like different marriage, right? Like same. Yeah.
Siblings.
They just like, oh no, that's my brother's been over there killing people. I don't talk about it.
We don't mention it.
He's not invited to Thanksgiving. Don't worry.
Yeah, don't worry. He's not. He can't come over.
And there's a party happening that's kind of celebrating the murders because now they've got tourism bucks coming in.
Yep. I always wanted the little Jason burgers. They make the little mask.
Little mask and shit. There you go.
One of them, man.
How do I make a Jason burger? Just goes in there and pops the eyes out.
Like, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, just trying to make sense of the evil, and then they're adding so many rules because now the rules are, Jason's evil is transferable, so it kind of makes no sense because now it's not a Voorhees, but now the other added rule is that only a Voorhees can kill a Voorhees, but it's not a Voorhees anymore if he's just like an evil thing.
If he's just a worm,
yeah,
it's just a worm. Which the like worm design was also terrible. Again, I think like there's a neat concept in there if you just completely remove Jason and Voorhees.
Yeah,
and just
if this was a different movie, yeah, there you go, perfect. If this was his own thing, it probably would have been like something schlocky that we could have enjoyed.
Yeah, I remember that weird Demon War movie from the 90s. That was pretty
cool. Yeah.
Like, hey, that's how you remember it. It's like, man, I remember renting this shit, and this shit was ass, but I kind of love it.
I'll rewatch it.
Like, this is the dumbest shit I've ever watched, and I kind of love it.
Beginning of that movie.
And
my God.
Weird, the beginning?
Yeah,
the beginning, dude.
How they kill Jason, quote unquote. That would have been the greatest ending.
Oh, Jose, he can't remember. Refresh his memory, bud. How they.
You're just following some random woman at Camp Crystal Lake by herself showering.
Oh yeah, the FBI thing. Yeah. Or that's right. Oh God.
Like always. Turns out that it is an FBI raid or an FBI ambush.
She does a fucking ninja flip. behind the bushes. They just fucking let loose on that motherfucker.
That was the ending to like a Jason movie. That would have been the greatest ending.
Dog.
Yeah. I think that would have been a good out. But it's kind of weird because I would assume most of the budget went to that. because like a good portion, because the rest of the movie is nowhere near as action packed.
No,
it's like two different people. Like one dude worked on the intro and they fired him, and they got someone else to work on the rest of the movie, which is kind of chill by comparison.
Oh, do they hit Jason with a mortar? What do they hit Jason?
Yeah,
Dog, they threw that. They fucking boom.
It just. It's so great.
just
Dog,
the woman
so
in her underwear and
fucking
everyone
incorporate
congratulating
that to
her.
the end of a movie, I would have had some character be like, "Oh yeah, my dad works for the FBI," and somehow she escapes, and you think she like ditched her friends, and just when you think the final girl's gonna die, like the FBI shows up, she's like, "Hey, I brought my dad." That would have been the greatest ending to a Jason movie. I'm telling
And
you.
then they had the bounty hunter,
Oh,
which
yeah.
was another weird decision. So you have all these new rules, and now there's a guy who's like bounty hunting Jason, or yeah, I guess it is supposed to be Jason. And he breaks the fingers of, who was it again? The
black dude, I think. Did he not get his?
He breaks the main character, the
Yeah.
yeah,
Like,
the other main dude
niece
who
to
has like a
baby's daddy.
Yeah.
something like, because his
Bad
brother's
boy.
in the police force or friend,
It's
Like,
yeah.
his homeboy, his
childhood friend.
His friend, childhood friends in the police. It's so
Dude,
fucking stupid.
It
That
was like
movie,
so
bro.
convoluted. Yeah, there's all these connections. There's all these weird, like, why do you need a bounty hunter for Jason? And they do the like TV interview thing as well. I want to say more than once, but like with him and then with someone else. So they're trying to do. I don't know. They're trying to make it so much bigger, but I also think this is maybe the fewest locations. It seems like it was a very tightly packed movie. Like there's the diner, and then the
police station. And
yeah,
then
the
before
police
he's
station.
And then the house,
Yeah.
and then that's it. What did you think about the ending?
Let's see. Oh yeah, getting literally dragged into hell. Like I could get the hype of why people would be like, oh my god, like they're actually introducing Freddy into this kind of thing. And that's low key what saves the main characters is Jason getting dragged away. Or no, I guess it was the mask getting.
Well, yeah,
It's
Yeah,
It was-
he
yeah,
does
it's symbolic.
go into
It's-
hell
it's-
first. Yeah.
he gets dragged by giant Muppet hands. Take him.
Yeah. Oh,
Take
okay,
him
that's
to-
right. They do
taking
that
taking that
first
motherfucker to
before they do
Cleveland.
the Freddy one.
Take him to Cleveland.
That was another kind of dumb thing. Is it's like Jason Goes to Hell is only accurate within the last like 30 seconds of the movie. You know, the worm was bad, and then him getting literally dragged to hell. There is something kind of cool about that, but again, I still feel like it doesn't really belong in a Jason movie. I think that would be a great prop for like a totally different movie, to have the hands coming out and like pulling someone into the dirt.
Yeah.
I didn't really like it. I don't, the characters you're not supposed to like. It's like, yeah, I don't like them, but it's not really justified.
Yeah, no,
like
this
they're
had
just-
probably the worst characters. There's really no
Yeah.
likable.
No one, not even the fucking
Yeah.
bounty hunter who said some of the sussest shit.
Oh
Like,
yeah. When
Um,
he sacrifices himself, which was cool,
good.
kind of.
But a lot of people wanted him to come back because they actually kind of
why?
liked him. But it was like
No.
that. It was so stupid. Speaking of stupid, what are you giving this movie, and do you have a favorite kill?
Yeah, this would be another one because it's like I really just don't want to rewatch it.
Please don't make me.
Doesn't he drive a car into the police station? Is that
No,
what he
that's
does?
Terminator.
No. Oh God, you're right. We did happen to. It's so funny that I'm thinking of that. I'm thinking of a much better movie right now.
Yeah, you are.
Because I kind of feel like that was an ode to that scene.
Yeah, because he comes in the police station and just starts beating wholesale ass.
Yeah.
Like,
And this was one of those. So this one and like 5, it's one of those where people make the dumbest decisions, like the worst decisions they can possibly make. Like, what is the absolute best way to ensure this is the worst outcome, and like that's the decision that they make. How did the the son from the diner, like the fat kid. How did he die? I can't remember that. Because she gives him a gun or something, right, to
Jason
tell him to go do something.
Yeah, I think Jason just kind of
Well, not Jason. Dude possessed as Jason. Just breaks his neck, don't it?
breaks his neck and fucks him up that way, I believe. You fucking yikes! Like this, I'm not gonna hold you.
Barely remember. Yeah, the dad dies on the fryer. He fries the dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
It's something we haven't gotten in a Jason movie yet is being thrown on top of a skillet.
Also,
being turned into burgers.
Shout out to dude eating Jason's heart for no fucking reason.
In the beginning of the movie?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that.
Oh yeah, the doctor. Yeah.
Just fucking the opening, the first 20 minutes of that movie. Like the first 20 minutes of that movie is burned into my brain. That's literally all I remember. And then like the back half of it, where he's getting the mask pulled into hell, like Jason getting blown to bits and Buddy eating that fucking heart like a chocolate cake.
I was waiting for someone to say something about him being purely and simply evil, like doing a Dr. Loomis, with Jason in the beginning, because it's like that's felt like where it was going. Is almost this weird like Michael Myers thing. It's like, it was not a good movie.
No. You're giving this a 1, but now we'll go into Jose's favorite, and I know he's been waiting.
I've been waiting.
I know, and I think I know where this one's gonna go as well. But Jason X, aka Jason in Space. What are your thoughts, bud?
Yeah, so Jason X is the one that I've seen the most. Because it would play all the time on the Sci-Fi Channel.
Yep.
It was one of my it always seemed to come on like a rainy day. So I associate Jason X with being like a great rainy day movie when you don't really know what else you want to watch. Jason X is just waiting for you. So it was my introduction to Jason.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, first ever.
That's crazy.
Yeah, because I think it's because it's sci-fi and not like slasher that the Sci-Fi Channel would play it. Yeah, so it was a lot more readily available. And then so many there's a lot of like virtual kills. You know, people dying in virtual reality or like off screen or something. Yeah, so I really enjoy this one because to me, this is like the epitome of acknowledging how dumb something is. I don't remember how it was that he ended up getting into space. They're just like doing experiments or something because they don't understand how he keeps living.
Cryogenically frozen.
He's frozen, and they have his remains.
And I guess,
he's not frozen initially.
No,
he gets frozen after the fact, but they just have him contained in this giant warehouse, and like they're trying to study how his body works.
Yeah, like some space, some students.
Yeah,
go travel to Earth.
Well, there is a corporation that's behind it. But it's like that. It kind of obviously retcons a couple of things, especially the previous movie. But we're back into this realm of nobody knows how Jason functions, but they're acknowledging that Jason does function in a way that is like unique. So it never gets explained. And this whole movie, that's kind of the focal point of his being like regeneration and superpowers, still never touches on it. So I love that about it. The cryogenic freezing, the story I think is, salvageable enough where it's like 100 years later, whatever, and they're trying to sell his body because they could make a ton of profits off of a previous murderer. They have an android who plays she's on Andromeda, because as soon as I saw her face I was like, I know she's got to be in like Battlestar Galactica or like one of those, and Andromeda, which I forgot existed. No, it's fun. It's dumb. I think a lot of the kills are really good. I forgot how late it was that Jason actually gets the nanobots.
When he becomes Uber Jason?
Becomes
Yeah.
Uber Jason.
Was that like an hour in, Jose?
Yeah, it's like the final act.
It's a good chunk in. He starts killing normally, and they the android kills him, and if it weren't for, of course, the perfectly timed malfunctioning like nanobot repair bed, he would have stayed dead.
Yeah.
So that repairs him, brings him back to life, and then he's the Uber Jason. But I love the dumb. We get back to the sleeping bag kills where like they give him Camp Crystal Lake. The dialogue right there is great. The girl's like, "Hey, do you want to have premarital sex?"
Yeah.
And I forget what the other one says, but it's something about drugs.
Oh yeah, like you want to smoke some pot?
Yeah, we love premarital sex. It's so good because it's poking fun at its own franchise. Like these are the tropes that Jason falls for, and then he just starts beating them. He has both of them in one sleeping bag, beating them against a tree.
That is the funniest fucking image from that whole fucking movie. Like that will never not be funny to me.
I think it's really good. I feel like most things make enough sense. Like not everyone's outwardly making bad decisions. They just think they're tougher than they are. It was kind of dumb with like the two people who just wanted to sleep together. And that's when Jason came to life, was because there wasn't a second person watching. It's like, yeah, whatever. They're up in space. They're probably there all the time. Like that was kind of.
I smell premarital sex.
Yeah.
Not on my watch and wakes up.
Not on my goddamn watch.
That's what revives him.
Jason Voorhees, the Lord's biggest cock blocker.
Oh man.
All right, let's wanted to fucking ask you. Obviously, what's your grade on this one, and what's your favorite kill? And then there was something else I wanted to bring up, but I can't think of it. So just go with that. Go with your score.
Favorite kill is probably gonna be, I think, the cryogenic face smashing.
Yeah,
it's the best kill.
Yeah,
Shaggy's number one pick in the spooky season draft.
I could not believe that.
So brutal.
Really could not. To this day, wow.
You were like, bitch. You looked at me like, dog. He's not gonna pick this.
Like, he's not gonna pick that. I can pick that like as at number 4 or whatever. I know it's safe. No, it wasn't. I'm like, wow.
It's number 1. It's so good. It's so good.
So good.
It's, Jose, it's definitely not a 4 though, dog. Come on.
Yeah.
It's not a 4. I only took it at 1 because I'm like, dog, he's going to take it at 1. But for you to tell me that if you didn't take it at 1, I would have taken it at 1. I'm just letting you know.
That's crazy.
It's that fucking good, dude.
It's a great kill. And it's like you have to, because it's a movie where you have that technology. It would be such a disservice to the film to not do that. Mm-hmm. It's like most of there are a lot of really good kills, but most of them are like that could happen in any movie.
Yeah, like people getting stabbed or
I like the guy that got screwed.
Yeah,
that's still
thing.
It looks like he got screwed. Do you know the line? Do you remember the line?
It's something
that she said.
Like, where's what's his name? Well, like, where's this soldier? And she looks at him like he's screwed.
I fucking that line was also
entire
something.
Sequence is hilarious because when like the captain gets quote unquote killed. He's like, it's gonna take more than a poke in the ribs to kill me. And then like he gets stabbed again. He's like, nah, that'll do it.
That'll do it. It just fucking dies. Fucking stupid, dude.
You have like this weight of like you have some characters who are super serious, and then you have moments like that.
Yeah.
Where like, they're one of their main people just died, like got impaled on this giant drill. And they're like, yeah, he's screwed. And it's like, that's the thing that you would say like 5 years after recovering from, the loss of someone that's dear to you, not something that you say within like 2 minutes of them dying.
Yep.
So it's
now,
so
to be
goofy.
Fair, could they have been brought back to life with that nano machine table?
Probably.
So maybe that's why they're like, he'll be fine in about a couple hours.
Yeah, that might be why they were very flippant. But
Dead as
yeah,
shit.
this is a 5 for me because it's so easy to watch.
Yeah, so stupid. It's so dumb.
I know it catches a lot of flack too because people. This is the movie, and I think it was even you guys who commented that like Leprechaun went to space first.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But generally, when people talk about like the downfall of a franchise, they'll be like, "Oh, you know, in the next movie they're gonna send him to space," and it's always a reference to Jason X.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like this, like you could hope that Texas Chainsaw Massacre 10 ends up in space.
That'd be the weirdest shit ever, but I would watch it because I'm like, how'd you get that corn-fed bitch? Like, exactly. How the fuck is this in space, bro? Like, explain that to me.
Hey, we've all seen Cowboy Bebop.
Bruh, who's putting the Sawyers in space, brother? Like, just like you could make it a cult. That's way more believable. But if you're getting the Sawyer family in space, how? Fuck them up, cuz. That's for Jose. Yep. Fuck them up, cuz.
Oh God, that's
like in space.
All your friends, stop.
In space. Fucking stupid. All right, and then now here's the one. You said 11. Are you counting 2009's remake or 2010's remake? Or no, it is 2009. Excuse me. You counting 2009's remake, or are you talking about Freddy vs. Jason?
Specifically, 2009. I did watch Freddy vs. Jason, but I meant to add it on a separate line, but to like have that perfect list of this is explicitly Friday the 13th.
Okay.
Uninterfered.
Okay, so fuck it. Let's rock with 2009 then, and just give us your quick thoughts.
So I saw this back in theaters when it released. That was the last time I saw it. And watching it this time, it does have some faults of its time. It is very difficult to distinguish some of the main characters at first because it's like the Sabi guy and then like the jerk guy and the jerk guy's friend, like all are essentially the same white dude. Like chiseled jaw, long wavy hair, and it's like I literally cannot tell these people apart. Like you should probably have picked slightly different looking white dudes. They're like indistinguishable from each other. Because there was literally in the beginning there was one point where there was like a character interaction. I was like, didn't he already talk to that guy? And it was like, oh shit, no, this is a totally different dude, totally different white guy with long wavy hair. But other than that, I thought this was a really fun. Is this 2009 is supposed to be a re-sequel, right?
It is a reboot.
Yeah,
okay, so like
it's essentially
one never happened.
1, 2, and 3
all rolled up into one.
Yeah, rolled up into one movie.
Like you get like the opening is one thing that's regarded because a lot of people sitting there saying reboots and remakes of movies aren't as good. This one, a lot of people were like, that's actually pretty decent because that opening of the movie, of course, they're seeing like technically part one where Jason's mom's getting murked. And then it's pretty much like part two when all of those people are at the camp and Jason just takes them all out one by one. But this is like, this Jason was a different Jason than we are ever fucking used to. It's like Bear Grylls put on a Jason outfit.
Yeah.
And just was fucking people up. So Jose, you called him something. I can never remember. It wasn't Big Strong Boy Jason, but it was like Country Fed something.
Yeah, I can't
something with this
Country Frat Jason.
It was this Jason was just like this Jason was the one that I fucking was kind of terrified on the high key. Like this is the Jason that's fucking scared the shit out of me.
It explains things without kind of making it blatantly obvious. Like how can Jason move around so easily because he's just got this underground system that it doesn't necessarily look like he's the one who maybe created that. He's just the one occupying it. Unless he
I'm going to say, Kory, let's put a Kory out. I didn't mean to talk over you, but I'm going to say, let's just take that last part out and just keep it like he built it because that just makes it so much.
Yeah,
It makes it dumber,
wouldn't
but
make
it
sense
makes
that anyone else would have done it.
No.
But he's also had a long time to do it, and if people
Yeah.
keep coming back, he's figured out the most tactical points to like pop up, and
Yeah. Realistically,
So-
I want to say that's probably was made from the campers, and he just fucking like redid everything. But
Yeah.
like,
he
he added a fucking cage. It was a bunch of shit. I'm like,
yeah.
like this Jason knew how to trap
Well,
and he knew how to hunt.
He would have had to have done it himself because one of the exits was built into a bus, right? A fallen.
Yeah.
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 So that's not something that anyone else would have done.
Nah.
But no, he's like very intelligent. He's very methodical. I kind of like that. This is the Jason that reminds me of the one that like killed all that girl's friends and staged it so that she would come out and see that. Like this is that Jason that's methodical. Yeah, no, the remake was really good. I was going in kind of expecting to dislike it because I remember liking it in theaters, and I was like, man, I bet this doesn't hold for shit. Like this is 2009. This is kind of a rough era.
Yeah.
Like I felt like there was a lot of trash coming out.
It was.
Yeah.
This was not a good time for horror.
No,
Yeah.
there's a couple, little gems here, but for the most part, it was pretty.
It was not for slasher horrors anyway.
Yeah, this was
Not for
like
slasher
the
horrors.
remake era.
Yeah, this is a remake era and shit. So like this one was one of the ones that like hit. You were just like, whoa, because it was something different.
Yeah,
Now
Dunes was remaking everything at this point.
yeah,
So this is the same year as The Haunting in Connecticut, and I very distinctly remember that The Haunting in Connecticut was the movie that turned me off from wanting to watch horror anymore
Damn,
because it
there you
was
go.
right.
so bad.
I understand. I get it.
Yeah.
I fucking get it.
So I remember Jason being good with a slasher, but then for general horror, I was like, yeah, I don't need
he's
this
like,
in my
fucking,
life
I don't need
anymore.
this.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't need this
No,
stress. This is bullshit.
And yeah, because you were saying it is kind of part 2 and 3 because part 2 is where the girl gets captured, and then part 3 is where she gets rescued.
And he gets his mask.
Additional people, yeah.
Sackboy Jason is what you called him, I think, Jose.
Yeah, Sackboy and Jason.
Sackboy Jason was the one, but no, I don't think. Okay, I'll take that back. I'm sorry. Sackboy Jason is what we brought up, and I think we said Sackboy Jason was like in 2 and 3, and we said this one was like Big Strong Boy Jason, I believe. If I'm wrong, folks, listen to the episodes. We got a bunch of Friday the 13th ones on there. You can listen to it. That one itself, though, this Jason was different because I think one of my favorite
Built
things,
different.
bruh. The opening scene was so fucking good that I just watch it randomly every now and again. Because that trap that he set when he put old girl in the sleeping bag, and she was in the sleeping bag zipped up under a fire. The boyfriend, hidden. The boyfriend's like, oh my god, he runs and there's a fucking bear trap.
Yeah.
So all he could do is just watch his girlfriend burn to death as his legs snapped in half.
And he has to, he kind of, I don't think he really fully got it open. Didn't he basically have to like shred his leg to get it open?
Oh, girl, the girl who got kidnapped was fucking coming to help him. He was scrambling to try to get off. She was trying to open it, and it fucking just shuts on him.
Yeah.
And then Jason comes up and fucking just murks him, finishes him off. And then that's when she's like running, she falls, and he's like running after her, and he fucking takes that machete, and then title card. Fucking amazing.
Yeah, man, the burn alive in the sack was really good.
Brutal, dude.
The whole thing is like, he's calculating. I that's the Jason that I like, is the one that he's waiting for people to be terrified of him. He gets those couple of kills in that are silent, and he keeps everything clean. That's the other thing that I think is really interesting, is that he'll like make sure no blood gets spilled in some of the older movies, and then all of a sudden you just like walk in and then you see the thing, and then they're terrified, and then he kills them. He likes that, like the thrill of them being terrified of what he's done.
To your point, that brings me up to another kill, is when he killed the black dude with the axe. And black dude literally was fighting that motherfucker off. He giving Jason the hands.
Yeah.
And then he gets away. Jason's like, I'm not catching up to him. But he fucking throws that axe. Two hands that axe, hits that motherfucker in the back, square on. And he's like, help. And Buddy's screaming for help. And they're in the house. Oh boy from fucking, what's that CW show?
Supernatural.
Yeah, Supernatural was like, no, wait. He's like, no, wait. He's trying to bait us. And Buddy is sitting there like fucking yelling for help. And Jason's like, all right, they're not coming out. And he fucking just stomps on the axe, pushing him through it. And or pushing the axe through him. And it's just so fucking good. To your credit, when he's being methodical, he's like, I want y'all to come outside. No? All right, fuck it. New plan. And then he Batmans himself on the roof.
Yeah.
Kills the cop.
Gas-powered gun.
Fucking kills the cop, and you just see him fucking he's standing there menacingly. And he fucking just snips. He fucking just.
That had so many good kills. And what is it? The paranoid, the kid who actually, whose family owned that house, I don't think he killed someone in the bathroom, but he definitely shot an already dead body in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Because he'd like hung someone up or put a body. I can't remember.
Jason took the chick and hung her up on the hooks.
Clothes hanger. Yeah.
On the clothes hanger, a la Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just pinned her to that shit, and then he shot into the room.
There's so much good in that. I still think in that one, because I really like the kill of the axe, because I distinctly remember that was him doing like a, like quarterback throw with that fucking axe and hitting that guy from hell of a distance away. But the one thing that I still really like now that I liked back then was the Doc kill.
With the fucking arrow or the fucking stab.
Yeah, straight down through the head.
She's like, Shlick!
Yeah.
And just pop her up, and she just.
Yep.
You get nothing but titty, and just like, she just drops into the lake.
Yeah.
Like,
because it's like, that he's going to get her, but I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's a very jarring movie. Like, a lot of the kills are very jarring.
Yeah.
And I think it has probably the single best story. And oddly enough, this is the one movie where they're literally mashing 3 movies into one, and yet somehow it's the most coherent.
Yeah.
Like, normally that's my biggest complaint with a movie is like, this feels like 3 movies in one. It's terrible. And this one's like, it's 3 movies in one, and it's fucking great. I guess that goes to show how kind of empty.
Yeah, to be fair, part 1 is just like a flashback. They just show
it's a flashback. They just knew. It's like, they respected our time, going like, what fucking movie this is, and we're not fucking doing that first one. There's no reason for it, and they just kind of they just went through it, and it was pretty fucking. I mean, it was one thing I've always was like, I respect that. Thank you for fucking not wasting my time. Right? It's like saying going to a Batman movie, knowing like, man, I don't want to fucking see Bruce's parents die. I've seen that shit like 20 times already. We know what this is. Right? Yeah. So like, I appreciated it. There is something. Go ahead. No, go.
Oh, so I was going to say, like, I don't know if you noticed him, but Death Curse guy is in here.
Yes.
Yeah. I saw him and I was like, it's only for a few seconds and it's under very harsh lighting. And I was like, is that the fucking guy? And like, look it up. And it's like, holy shit, it really is him.
Yeah. Crazy Ralph makes a minor appearance in this.
Yeah.
Curse.
I want to fucking blow your mind here, Kory.
Okay.
I know we're talking horror. I know it's pretty much been Friday the 13th at this point. Have you ever seen the Michael Bay's Transformer movies?
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so you know that annoying jock man with the blonde, gold, wavy hair?
Yeah.
You know he was in that movie, in Transformers 1, right?
Let's see. 1.
Yeah, he was Megan Fox's boyfriend until he wasn't.
Was he?
Yeah.
Yes. But here's what's going to blow your mind here,
okay.
Bud. He was the same character in Transformers 1 that he was in Friday 2009. The same name.
Huh.
And these
So
are this is technically a Michael Bay production.
So
Jason exists in the Transformers universe.
Yeah.
Correct.
Or at least remake Jason does. Yeah.
Remake Jason.
Let's see.
Yes.
Gotta check. 2007. I forgot that movie was that old.
Mm-hmm. He played the same fucking character. It was confirmed. Michael Bay even said, "Yeah, they're in the same universe."
Give me
That's the same character
versus Jason movie. That's all I want.
The dog. Jose. Me and Jose have fucking preached to the moon. There's like, bro, please have Jason turn into a transformer. Just let him take over.
That would be
like his spirit
great.
transferred.
His spirit just transfers into a fucking. We just like, yo, this is the stupidest shit ever, and I fucking love it. But I wanted to fucking
Autobots, and then
I wanted to fucking share this with you because when we found this out, this blew our fucking mind, only because of how stupid it is. Because
that is like, it's cool. It's a fun little thing. In the same vein, I don't know if you know, but Blade Runner, Alien, and Kurt Russell's The Soldier are all in the same universe.
Yeah, that one. Yeah. That one we knew. That one. Did you not know that was
Soldier? I was like,
no. The only reason why I know Soldier.
Oh yeah,
shit. The only reason why I know Soldier is because of the replicants. That's it. Like fuck all, because the thing isn't the same technology that kind of wraps them all up together.
They never use any of the same words, but they do say that they're essentially like bred. They're only raised over the course of a few years. Because I think they're like 3 years old or something when they become soldiers. And the whole like earlier issue in the movie, I mean, the catalyst of the movie is the new models. And that's kind of the thing with Blade Runner, like the original Blade Runners. You now have the new models that are, more human than human, that are now pushing out the old ones. So they, when they're showing some of his battles, I don't think it's any of the ones that they say out loud, but when they show the list of what he's accomplished, I want to say a couple of those were the lines from Roy Batty's final, when he talks about some of the things that he's seen. It's like, oh, these are battles that, Kurt Russell
like mentioned. Yeah, like these are like, that's the shit. I remember that. What are you rating Friday 13th?
Oh, this one I would, it'd be a 5.
So your favorites are what? 4, 6, 10, and the reboot.
Yeah, and I would put I don't know, I think I could put 1 out of 5, the original.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because we were mostly focusing on like, what I just watched 2 through 11. 1, I think, like, I remember the first time seeing that, it was the Straight Chillin' viewing in Sunray, and
piece of the goat.
Yeah, was not expect. No spoilers. I never knew it was the mother.
Yeah.
I had lived my entire life without ever knowing this.
That's pretty
at
cool.
The very end.
That's very fucking
without
cool.
knowing.
Yeah.
You know what, Jose? That's cool. That, what that reminds me of? When Barter saw fucking Sleepaway Camp for the first time.
Nice.
Oh man.
Like, shout out to Barter, a homie from the Short Box podcast. That when he fucking said, "Yo, I'm gonna go to Sunray for Sleepaway Camp for Straight Chillin'," and I'm like, "Have you never seen it?" He's like, "Nah." I'm like, "Oh my god, I wish I was there."
Nice.
Oh, because I'd have been looking at that motherfucker,
just looking at him just to see the reaction. Yeah,
that fucking reaction to this day. But you saying that you've never known it was the mom, that's up there of just cool type. I wish I was with you to experience that, because you'd have been like, "What the fuck? I didn't know that," or just kind of like, just see your reaction. Your genuine reaction.
I'm sure it was probably just kind of like confusion, because it's like, wait a minute, like this is a Jason movie.
Yeah, this is a Jason movie.
Who's this old lady?
Like, I don't get it. It's so funny. But that's That's dope to fucking hear, man. That's dope to fucking hear. We're getting close to time. I know you got a couple of other movies on here. There's one that I know me and Jose watched on the regular, and we want to talk about this one, and that is, yeah, you see it.
Yeah.
It is Dead Silence. No, I'm kidding. It is not Dead Silence. It is
Like,
Terrifier.
So, an old boy busts a nut in the beginning of Ichi the Killer.
Dog, I saw Ichi the Killer on here. I'm like, that is a whole fucking other movie that we'd have to put
Good
over
luck,
here.
Like, if we ever review that movie, good luck for us trying to figure out who's the villain. Because it's like,
Yes.
They're all pretty shitty.
They're all bad. Who's the
yes,
worst
like,
of
who's
the
the
worst?
villain? Yes.
Yes. Yes,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
exactly
So-
it.
Terrifier 1, I mean, I think Terrifier 1 is kind of what actually pushed me into watching Friday the 13th.
It was. That you
Yeah.
started with Terrifier 1 and you're like, you know what? I'm gonna watch some Friday movies after this.
Yeah, because Terrifier 1 goes into that realm of and this is a loaded phrase because it's also a lie, but I'm generally not a fan of the kind of gore, like for the sake of it.
Yeah.
So Terrifier 1, it's like it's creative. If you happen to like that particular weirdness, it's very like, God, that movie could have come from like any decade. Like you can imagine that being like a 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s. Like
Yeah.
it's kind of wild at how it transcends time. There's not really a whole lot that's even like visually that's hard locking it into a particular era. So I think that's kind of really interesting about it. You've got the super weird woman that makes no sense with the baby. Which to me is the most like 70s, 80s kind of thing where it's like, yeah, okay, we're going to have this really weird character. What are you going to do with him? Nothing. It's like, it's just a neat idea. I put it on a napkin, so we're going to put it in the movie. Yeah, it's just gruesome for the sake of it. I kind of get why people would like it. Because Art the Clown does nothing. Like, he just sits and stares and smiles. Like, I like the fact that he doesn't do anything when you think he's going to do it. Like the selfie.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I know Terrifier 1 is extremely self-contained. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know, they don't...
for its reasons. For its reasons.
Yeah. I mean, you know, first film, but I guess almost like... kind of like Jason Goes to Manhattan. Like, it doesn't go anywhere. Like, it's like a pizza shop out in the street and then the one building in its basement.
Yeah, random building that's
Random-
fumigated, but there's people
Yeah.
living there. I don't get it,
There's a
whatever.
janitor. Yeah, the hitman is a janitor there.
Hitman.
Bro, for real. Just
Agent
like
49,
random.
is that
47.
47?
Agent 47, yeah.
Can you
just
imagine
pull up
that's how the movie ends? That motherfucker just choked out Art. Like,
Bro, like,
he
huh?
ruined my cover. I gotta go.
I gotta go. I must go now. My people need me. I don't want to use a joke twice, but I'm like, it just went so well.
He just goes into T-pose and gets lifted up.
He just looks and just fuck. Yo, all right. So you mentioned Art the Clown, who is a Duval native. Anyway, he from Arlington, but like he fucking shout out the Random Acts podcast. But you mentioned like his self-expression, the fact that they call him Art the Clown, but he's clearly a fucking mime. How do you feel about him not saying a word but still getting his point across?
I like that. I mean, that is the he is more expressive in as much as he does ride on the wall with shit. And that's not something that Michael or Jason have ever done. Like, they've not communicated in any way. So I get that that's the thing that makes Art stand out is, you know, he can sit in a room with you and not kill you. You know, like that never happens with Jason or Michael or Freddy. Like, if they're in the same room, you're gonna die. You know, but Art and the Clown can sit in the same room with you for quite some time and you will live for a little bit longer.
Yeah.
But he does find his own ways to communicate. But yeah, just this, you know, I like the idea that you can't really tell, is this like a killing stare or is this just like a perverted stare? Like, the lack of anything can, you as the viewer can kind of pull whatever you want from it. Like however you feel from that stare is how you are going to feel from it. I don't know if that continues through the remaining two films.
It does.
Yeah.
It just gets progressively worse in the best way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like you just mentioned, like, hey, you could stand there with art and there's a good chance you're living for a little bit. In those movies, if you see Art the Clown, your fucking chances of living go drastically down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he get like you
and
then it even gets more ridiculous in the third one.
Oh, I'm sure if it's supposed to be a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
I had the chance to go see it, but it was night one of a convention that I photographed, and I was like, I am too tired for this shit.
Yeah.
Like, I cannot.
Don't feel bad because we did the same shit with Terrifier 2. We were like, we should go see this. Comes on at 10 o'clock, like 10:30. We're like, fuck no.
Like
on a school night.
On a school night.
I was like, that bitch is 2 hours and what? No, sir, not me.
2.5 hours. We were kicking
ourselves
at 1:30. Like, why?
Crying. Like, why was this? And I think I would have fucked. Oh my god! But it was brutal but then we saw it and we're like, damn, I kind of wish I was in theaters to see this just because we wanted to give it money. But it's like it wasn't that bad. He was just sitting there. But then it was like, nah, it just came on at the worst time. If you at least came on at like 8:30, I would have we'd be like, yeah, okay, let's go to that.
Yeah.
But fucking 10:30, suck my dick.
Because there's
no way.
20 minutes of previews.
Yeah.
Like it's not going to start till close to 11.
Well, the cool thing with Alamo Drafthouse, what we had about 15 minutes on the dot.
Yeah.
Okay.
At most, they normally don't
at
do a lot of
most
previews.
No, they were like you get at least 15 minutes, but if it's like something like Terrifier, you may get like maybe
it's
2 trailers.
Indie, yeah.
I
seem to recall
straight to the movie.
Recall an era when if you were doing a midnight showing, they had almost no trailers.
Yeah,
of like a super late showing, they're like, we want you to get the fuck out of here. So we're not.
We want to go home.
Yeah,
right. We want to go fucking home.
So I guess on my end, because like I watched it and I photographed Spookala. I know a ton of people in the horror community, and Art the Clown is like the modern slasher. It's Freddy, it's Jason, it's Michael, and now it's Art the Clown. And so as someone kind of on the outside, like what is the charm that you find? Like what do you, especially as people who are like big into slashers in particular, what is it about like Terrifier, not strictly Art the Clown? You want
to take this one first, Jose? Or?
I mean, honestly, it's the director, Damien Leone. Leone? Did we ever figure that out?
Leone?
Okay.
Leone. I think it's Leone.
It's his love for practical effects. Because
bingo.
he is
nail on the head
guy. So all of it's just practical and it's just like amazing.
Yeah, it's well known that me and Jose love our fucking slashers, but like 80 slashers. There's a reason for that because it's fucking practical effects. Same thing with The Thing. Just we're suckers for practical effects. So when Terrifier dropped, it's not even about like Art the Clown, even though he fucking steals every fucking scene he's in. Mm-hmm. It's the dedication of the use of practical effects and no CGI. Like especially in today's world, you can literally get CGI off rip, but now you don't get that. Like with that particular movie, it takes you back to an era where practical effects are king, and it's something that we will always appreciate. The movie could have been bad with great practical effects, and we probably would have liked it, right? We'd probably be like, yo, you know what? Those effects are good. I think I'm gonna support that. Just kind of hope he gets a little bit extra budget. But then you have the practical effects with a fucking creepy as fuck character.
Yeah.
Like legitimately, like just off-putting. Clowns are already fucked up as it is. Then you have this motherfucker pulling up on you with a blicky of all things. Like that's just something in a slasher.
Finally, when things don't go his way, okay, I got a gun. Whatever.
I have a gun.
Yeah.
He says, watch this part, y'all. This part always works. I have a gun. But yeah, that's the charm that we have. And then like with the movies now getting more money and more budget, the practical effects, that's like the one thing that we're there for, guaranteed. Like art is just a cherry on top, but it's definitely with us, it's always going to be practical effects.
And the fact that it's just that throwback to those 80s slashers that you don't really get too much anymore.
When now having seen all of the slashers, I'm kind of surprised at how much violence there isn't in most of them. It's always all joking aside, but totally pun intended. You never see penetration in a lot of the old movies. It's something happens and then it cuts away and then it cuts back and then you see someone dead. Yeah. But you don't see the thing going into them. Jason, they'll show like Jason's swing. They'll do like the camera right on him and then it cuts over and then the person already has a machete in them or axe or whatever. And that's kind of commonplace even for like as bloody as people remember Friday the 13th being. Friday the 13th isn't even that like there's not a lot of like visceral horror. It just has
Kevin Bacon's
blood.
Is the worst, and that's about it. Yeah.
Oh, and and Friday the 13th. Yeah, the original. Yeah, his was, and that's kind of it. I think that was like the last one for the rest, of the franchise, except maybe 2009. But yeah, so Art the Clown, I can see being like, it is what all the other movies wish they could have been.
Yeah, it's that's another thing. It's like, what if the MPAA either didn't exist or didn't have the power they had in the 80s? And, people got to show more of the kills and stuff like that. That's what Terrifier is. It's like, it's pretty completely like unrestricted.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It was just refreshing to see in a time to where like the slasher genre was, it was around. It did make a comeback and then it just was around and was like, okay, what are we doing? And then that shit just kind of like, oh, damn. Okay. Because I like with me and Jose, like we just heard about the craziest fucking kill recent, and like that was like 2016, and then magically you see it, and you're like, holy fuck, what is this? And then going from there, like that's what Terrifier is now, man. But Kory, I know it is late. We don't want to keep you later than what we've already promised. But obviously, this is really quick. What was your grade on Terrifier? And not a lot of kills in that one, but what would your favorite kill be?
Oh, man. What is it? I guess the kill that you actively see is him sawing the chick in half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I did kind of like because I don't think you see the kill, but it's the dad's head gets used as a decor in the pizza parlor, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And that makes me think of like, I don't know, like Trick or Treat or Halloween or something like that.
Ooh, buddy, watch part 2.
Man.
Whoo-wee. But yeah, that's a good one. That was a good one.
So yeah, the cut in half is like, okay, this kind of makes me think of like Saw or Hostel or something. Definitely good practical effects there. But I would say it's not really, if you're going to do the like gory stuff, that's not really my style. I would put Terrifier at maybe like a 3. Like, I might watch the rest of the trilogy at some point because I told myself I'd messaged, I don't know if it was strictly y'all or someone else. I know I messaged a bunch of people where it's like, I don't like violence for the sake of violence, like gore for the sake of gore. And after watching Terrifier, I watched E.G. the Killer, and I was like, well, I'm a liar because I like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's
like,
very different. It's wild at how like vastly different. They're the same thing and yet totally different.
Yeah, no,
but it does fall into the vein of like Terrifier is American slasher, and that's always been kind of the like, whatever. You know, it is. I think if you like American slashers, Terrifier is great. It's not really my cup of tea, though.
Yeah.
I feel like if I watch 2 or 3, I'm going to have to watch them with somebody who enjoys them because I'm probably not going to like them solo.
Right. Yeah. 2 at least
I'll be
has
coming
more
home
of a story.
Hell yeah.
At least, yeah.
So I'll be home soon, bud. We'll run that movie marathon.
That is a marathon.
Oh my god, no! I'm fast forwarding through the part. You already know. I don't give a fuck. I'm doing it. Like if we watch 2, I'm hitting fucking fast forward.
No,
fuck
you gotta
that.
let Kory
You get to
experience.
see the violence twice as fast.
You gotta let him
It's not even a violent scene, brother. It's Clown Cafe. No, fuck that.
God.
I'm fucking like fast. I'm like, no, you'll thank me later. But what is the nope?
Nope.
As I'm petting you.
When you get older,
it's almost over. It's almost over. But speaking of over,
everyone is fun
folks,
at the Clown Cafe, Shag.
shut the. Anyway, folks, that's been time. We appreciate Kory coming through. Kory, you want to plug your wares, your things?
Yeah, so you can find me anywhere you find podcasts. Search for The World is My Burrito. And then anywhere on social media is TWIMB Podcast, TWIMB Podcast. On the Twitters, the Blue Skies, Instagram, all that other good stuff. I should have, hopefully, like 2 of my own episodes coming out soon, and then a third one that I have to edit that I was part of a while ago. I've taken a long break from podcasting, mostly because I got hosed up with hurricanes and work and travel all at once. The World is My Burrito. And as always, I do appreciate being on here. I'm looking forward to the next time I'm on here. So long as y'all don't just magically record an episode
that you might have an interest in.
That I might have an interest in.
Join us next week, folks, when we review Ichi the Killer.
Yeah,
exactly.
Man, if you want, Kory, we'll come back. We'll come on your show to do the rest of these movies on this list.
Yeah, they're
talking about Ichi the Killer. That is a movie that needs to be talked about because, man.
Yeah.
I think it's one that a lot of people like to avoid. It's like Audition.
Yeah.
But absolutely. That is actually point on. Folks, we're going to wrap this up.
Yeah.
I appreciate all of you guys tuning in and for this episode. This was a special one for us anyway. Jose, you got anything to say to people before we leave?
No, just thanks for listening, and as always, follow us on our socials. You know, we're on Blue Sky now at Cinema Villains. Just look us up. Shaggy's on Blue Sky as Shaggy. So
yeah, I fucking came back out of retirement.
Yeah, there you go. So go send him butterflies, and as always, leave a review, leave us a fan mail. I'll read it, all that good stuff. And there we go. All right, folks. You take care of yourselves. We love you. And we now need you. Later.